1, 2, 3. Did you know that Grand Theft Auto 5 holds the record for the biggest development budget in a game at $137 million? Developers Rockstar North aren't at all worried because it's made back $6 billion in profit. You're listening to the Xbox Hub Podcast, the official podcast of the TheXboxHub.com. For the latest Xbox news, reviews, videos, and opinions, make sure you visit the TheXboxHub.com. But for now, settle down, get comfy, and open your ears for some podcast delights. Hello, welcome to the Xbox Hub Official Podcast, episode number 16. My name's Gareth Bryan. I'm going to be your host today, and to my virtual left is Mr. James Burks. Hi, James.
Hello. Long time no speak.
It's been a week. It's been a week. And to my virtual right is Mr. Neil Watton. Back again. Hi, Neil.
Hello. All right.
Hey, yeah, had a week off. Was it good?
I did have a week off. I'm just trying to think what the hell I was doing. I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
No. Did you miss us?
No.
No. Fair enough.
We missed you.
Did you listen to the other podcast? Did you have
I did listen to it, yeah.
You really enjoyed it?
Well, it was all right until about 5 minutes in.
Right, okay.
Then you started talking about the Masked Singer.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
And it was quite weird because that day I'd been at my daughter's swimming lessons and the reception ladies, they were talking about it, saying it was the best programme on TV. I'd never heard of it before. I didn't know what they were talking about. And then you guys are talking about it. And then I think it was the weekend. It was on my telly at home.
It's everywhere.
I can say one thing. It's not the best thing on TV.
Never. I think it's going to be great.
Nowhere near.
It's the best worst thing on TV.
James, what have you been doing this week? Anything fun?
No, not really. It's nothing much to do, is there, these days?
It's a quiet week.
It's quiet and it's cold out.
Yeah.
You're not going outside.
I've just been doing taxes. My taxes. It's all done. It's all done. It's all gone.
I thought you were doing those the other week.
Yeah, I've been
doing
doing
it.
it.
Not get round to it.
I've been doing it a while. I've got a lot of business. I don't know
got a lot of business.
But it's all good. It's
Need
all
my
done.
accountant.
I need a bloody lawyer. No, if the income revenue's listening, I don't. It's all legal and above board. This before I go into what I've been watching, I said last week, didn't I, how I went running and I did my calf in. I can't run anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been running, trying to lose some weight, because I'm getting older, I've got to lose some weight. And I got rest for 6 weeks, so I can't do this. I can't get fatter, any more fatter. So what I've done is I've joined...
You stopped eating?
Yes, well, I've joined Weight Watchers for the first time.
Oh, no.
Yes. But you know what? It's like an RPG. You know when you have an RPG and you have skill points to put everywhere? You have to manage those skill points. That's what Weight Watchers is. You have this number of points that you've got to use for a day, and you put it into, I don't know, an apple. That's free. And then you use that. So I keep you informed of my Weight Watchers.
Hang on now.
Yeah.
It's taken Weight Watchers for you to understand what an RPG is.
Yeah, slightly worried about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All this time.
You're absolutely right.
Managing your inventory.
Yeah, that's what it is. I spend more time looking at the Weight Watchers inventory, going, okay, put an onion in there. Yeah, brilliant.
Have you been the Weight Watchers King of the Week?
I've only done
or whatever they have.
I've done a week and I've lost 5 pounds, which was.
Oh, I don't know what pounds are. What's that in kilograms?
I don't know what that is as well. I think it's something, or maybe I just kept my jeans on when I weighed. I wasn't too sure.
Or you haven't drunk any water for a bit when you weighed yourself and all that rubbish. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. Just whatever you're giving them, money wise, give it to me and I'll help.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll buy. I've got a spare bike in the garage.
I can't do it because of my leg.
You can ride a bike.
I can't ride a bike. I've got to rest it. I've got a doctor friend who said I've got to do it.
I don't believe what doctors say.
Oh, no. Not all of them anyway.
Yeah.
What do we know?
Yes. Now, I've been watching Cheer on Netflix, and I'll explain to you what Cheer is for people who don't know. And Cheer has become one of these
weird things that people sort of recommend on social media or something, and you think, "Oh, I'll give this a go," and then everyone's sort of been talking about it. And Cheer's about professional cheerleading in the United States. And when I mean professional cheerleading, it's not just kind of people doing rah-rah with pom-poms. They do completely acrobatic routines, tumbling, flying. And the documentary focuses on this group. What's the name of the college, James? Can you remember?
It's in Texas.
It's in Texas,
I
isn't
remember.
it? Yeah.
Because I've watched it as well. Upon your recommendation.
Texas High School.
Texas high school, and it's like a college. It's like in America they have football colleges, and you go to you get a scholarship to go and play American football at university and stuff. So same with this, you can get a scholarship to go and be a cheerleader at Navarro College, and you go there, and it follows them throughout this kind of season, and you look at this kind of, and they have to produce this 2.5 minute routine of acrobat, and it's one of the biggest kind of fitness workouts to get to the point they get in over the 6 episodes, and they have injuries, there's all sorts of problems, and it's like watching a great sports movie over the whole course of the season.
You do it for just 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, just for this 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, one
routine.
Competition.
Yeah.
It's mad, isn't it?
And how much
I
dedication.
thought for a minute the programme was 2.5 minutes long. I thought, I'll be there. I will watch it.
You're not going to watch it. But it's really good. I really recommend it. It's really well filmed as well.
It is interesting because you do see it from a different perspective, don't you?
Yeah.
But most people do think of cheerleading as just almost pointless, as in the old-fashioned, just standing at the side of the pitch.
Yeah.
But this is proper hardcore cheerleading.
Yeah, and they're athletes, aren't they? I mean,
yeah,
absolutely madness.
It makes you ache watching it.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Because they're in so much pain, but they keep going.
Yeah.
It's mad.
You hear that, Gareth? They're in so much pain, they keep going.
Yeah, they don't give up.
Yeah. They don't sit up for 6 weeks moaning about their legs.
6 weeks. I've got a doctor's note. I'll be on Cheer next season.
I will watch that.
I would pay to watch that.
Yeah, I'd pay double my Netflix to watch
that. Right, now, let's move on. Every week we do questions to our 2 guests, so I can get a personal idea about their personality and their defects, their perfections, their life. And I've got some questions as usual at the moment. Are you ready, you two? Oh, wow, that's
yes.
good. That's really good.
So.
Yeah, good. Okay, question number 1. What was a job you wish you could have done in a different life? So you've had a choice. Start again. What would you do? What profession? Neil.
I don't think there would be one, to be honest. I've never really had massive hopes and dreams like that.
No?
I always wanted to work in a fish and chip shop. I didn't do that. Maybe I'd do that.
I did that. I did that for the summer when I left school.
I'd love to have worked in a fish and chip shop.
Why?
I don't know, really. It's just something I always wanted to do when I was a kid. Just work in a fish and chip shop and then be a bank manager. Obviously, there's no banks around anymore.
Right.
They've all shut down. You don't need bank managers. So yeah.
Where do you live? Where do you live?
Life.
I've got banks still here.
You live in London, Christ. Right. Yeah, I mean, us rural people, we don't have banks.
do you
get in our tractor.
Do you do bartering? Like a pig for your groceries.
I'll give you 2 stones for that pig. Yeah. That's what it's like down here in the New Forest. Yeah. I'd be quite happy to work in a fish and chip shop. Perhaps not for the rest of my life. Maybe just for one night. See how it goes.
Neil, can I say one thing to you? I think you could still do that dream if you wanted to. I think
it's within reach.
I think you can get that done. I think you can get a day in a chip.
I've never seen staff required or staff wanted signs at my local fish and chip shop.
If there's a fish and chip shop owner listening to the podcast, a gaming podcast, please make Neil's dreams come true.
Yeah, just for one night.
Just for one night. Get
I
in
need
it.
to wear like really long kind of sleeves and long rubber gloves so I don't burn my forearms, because that's what happens when you work in fish and chip shops.
Yeah.
I know these things.
I
I've
did
looked
it.
into it.
I did a summer when I was 16, and it stunk. I remember it stinking. I stunk I used to go to the pub afterwards, and stink, and everyone hated me. Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's a bit of a downside, isn't it?
Yeah. But I kind of remember how to do the folding of the paper. I can remember to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't use paper now, can they? Well, they can't use newspaper anymore.
Why can't they?
Because of the ink.
No, they don't use old school newspaper, do
No,
they? They
we
use
used
proper chip
Oh, yeah,
paper
that's
now,
what we
don't
used to,
they?
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so what you're saying, Gareth, is not only did you work in a fish and chip shop, but you learned how to fold paper nicely.
Yeah.
Does that mean you could work in a hotel and like make those swans out of towels? Is that the same thing?
I could. I think I could do that. That isn't my dream alternate job, but I could do that. Yeah.
It could be.
It could be.
Yeah.
I like that, Neil. So that's good. Neil's dream. So what about you, James?
I think I'd be a football manager.
Yes.
I'd quite like to figure out the tactics,
Yeah.
prepare the team, days in advance, be meticulous, and inspire people.
Yeah.
You know, tell them how good they are doing, and you know me on FIFA, I'm always giving you good advice, aren't I? So
Yeah. Really
I'd
good
be great
advice.
as a manager.
You would be.
Always picking you up.
Would you sack people? Would you just say that's it? Would you get rid of them if they're misbehaving?
Yeah, I wouldn't tolerate any nonsense.
Okay.
You know, if you're gonna turn up and act like a clown, then you'll be out the door.
So imagine me and Neil are on your team. Neil's a central midfielder. I'm a winger.
I'd
you'll
like to be
be
a
a
left.
target man.
I'd like to be a left back.
Okay,
right.
you're a left back. I'm a right winger, right? And
You'd be out.
what?
You'd be out. You've got no pain threshold. So calf, and you're out for 6 weeks.
I haven't played. I've only played once. I've been
We have to get Real Ferdinand in.
collecting wages for the last 3 years. Yeah.
We have to do an Andy Carroll pay-as-you-play deal.
So if
Yeah.
if Neil, right, on his left back, he's 10
Yeah.
minutes late for training, what would you do?
I say, I think you need to stop cycling to work, Neil. You need to get here a bit quicker.
I wouldn't be late.
And you get one chance, because, you know, things
Yeah.
happen. But you can't really hold the team up. The team comes first,
Right.
always.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd be out the door first, Gareth.
I'm gone because of my pain.
You wouldn't even get in.
I'll be suing you. That's what I'm saying. For the
It's
lack
Gareth
of
to be
contract.
onto you.
Yeah.
If you were really good as this football manager, James, and
Yeah.
you got to the top of your game, where would your dreams lie? Your very top dream.
Well, it'd actually been the manager at Old Trafford. And Manchester United.
Would you not like to kind of look for a big club or anything like that?
It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Or maybe
Yeah,
maybe I shouldn't say the word big club, because apparently, United are quite big. A
mean-
better club.
No, they could bring them back to the glory days. You
Okay.
need someone who to just say how it is.
Glory days of the early 1980s when they weren't winning anything then as well.
No, the early 90s to mid to late 2000s.
Right.
They were the best days.
Good. Right. That's your
I
job.
could bring it back. Yeah.
Good.
What about you?
I would be a pilot. Yeah.
I've got to
a
say,
fish.
two are bloody boring, aren't you?
What's
Wouldn't you like to bloody put some cod in some
Maybe we
bass
should fish-
like that?
I've done those dreams.
I want to be a football manager and a
I,
pilot.
I've eaten fish and chips.
I've lived that life, Neil. I've lived it. I've lived it to the edge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A pilot. All right. Question 2. If you were suddenly on the run from the police, right? You have to leave. Everyone's after you. You're on the run. What's the first thing you do? I'm going to go to James. What's the first thing you do?
Right, I think to get away.
Yeah, it's like you've got to get out. You've got to do something. What's the first thing you do?
Probably go online and try and find a cheap plane ticket.
Right. But
And then
okay.
and then get a false passport.
Right.
And just get out of the country as quick as possible.
But if you go online, they're going to know you're online.
No, you'd have to have a computer just let me use online before. So they can't track you.
Like a burner computer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, have you got one of those?
Can't tell you.
So you're ready. You're ready to go.
I haven't got a fake passport either,
Where would you get that from?
I think. Well, I can't tell you these, but I know a bloke.
In
called
Morecambe?
John.
Okay.
He gets stuff from China.
Okay, yeah.
He'll get you one.
He'll get you one as well. Good.
Yeah, he knows people.
I like that. Okay. Neil, any ideas what you do?
I'd get in a dustbin.
So, okay, let's go through the
The
scenario.
nearest dustbin. If you're on the run, you get in the nearest dustbin, don't you?
Outside your house?
Maybe not my house. They might look there,
Right.
but just down the road, 50 yards down the road, dustbin in it, sorted.
So your neighbour's dustbin, you're in your neighbour's dustbin.
Yeah.
And how long will you stay in that neighbour's dustbin?
As long as need be.
Well, you're on the run for a while here. The police are not going to drop their investigation.
Or
Yeah.
I could get like a big cardboard box and just move around underneath the cardboard box.
When no one's looking.
Like Snake. Snake in
Yeah,
that game.
exactly.
Yeah, that's good.
Good idea.
Yeah, I like that.
No one
I
looking at
prefer the
cardboard box.
dustbin, to be honest.
Yeah.
Mainly because if it rains, you don't get wet. Whereas in a cardboard box, if it rains, you would get wet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Dustbin for you. This is not the sort of answers I was expecting, but I
I'm
like
going to
it.
stick with leaving the country, I think.
Yeah, I think you're safe. I think Neil's gone to prison in about an hour.
Depends what I've done, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does depend what you've done. Yeah, but I'm saying this is a crime that you haven't committed. You've been falsely.
Well, I'd just stand there then and fight my ground, and
You've got to go on the run. It's like a movie. You've got to go on the run.
No, honesty is the best policy. Let them take you in and just hope that the evidence gets you out.
Right. Have you both seen this?
If it doesn't, I'll phone some of my mates. I've got some mates in the force. They'll sort me out.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I've watched what was that program years ago?
The Bill?
No, well, I've seen the Bill and I've seen some dodgy backhanders happen in the Bill. But the 1970s police show with
The Professionals, the Sweeney.
No, Gene Hunt.
Hutch.
What's that program? Life on Mars.
Life on Mars.
Ashes to Ashes.
Never seen it.
Okay.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Okay, good. That's your thing. That's your question.
What would you do?
Well, I've got a beard. I'd shave the beard off straight away. I'd dye my hair blonde, and then I'd throw my phone away, throw all the computer away, and then I head towards Portsmouth and try to get a ship out of the country. That's pretty good, isn't it?
I mean, I like the treatment.
Pompey is like a big naval base.
Yes, yeah.
They've not got the smallest of boats there.
I'd get on the Mayflower. Is that still there? What's the one that got dragged up?
No, the Mayflower's down this end, wasn't it?
Oh, it is, isn't it?
No, you're talking about
the something Rose?
Mary Rose.
Mary Rose. I'll get that and I'll nick that and I'll be off.
Yeah. You might not get far.
No. No. Right, last question. We've got to move. We've got to carry on. It's, if you could witness any event firsthand, so you're there in the past, what would it be? Have you two got anything in your head? Or do you want me to start?
Yeah, the Champions League final.
There we go. The
1999.
the Man U versus...
Munich.
Time
Munich. That is going to be one of the biggest moments in football for a long time yet. So it would be good to be there. When Man United won the Champions League.
Yeah, okay. That's good.
I'll
That's
just say, I shed a tear at that match.
Did you?
Wow.
What were
Yeah,
you
I
gutted
did.
or happy?
No, honestly, a tear of joy.
Good.
Yeah.
All right,
And I don't even support United, but that was a damn good game.
yeah. Magical moment.
What about you, Neil? Anything?
Staying on the football theme, I think 66 World Cup final.
Yeah.
England.
Only because it's never going to happen again.
Right. Okay. Good. So you like to be there in Wembley, 1966?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking this the other day. I I couldn't decide whether I wanted England to win the World Cup or Saints to win like the Premier League, and it's got to be England winning the World Cup, hasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely has to be.
It's got to be. I know club football is better than international football, and James will argue that fact until forever.
Yeah.
Well,
And I kind of agree there. It's much more exciting, but being able to watch England win the World Cup.
yeah. I think the country needs it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you see what happens like when we do well at rugby and cricket. Do we do well at cricket? Sometimes we do well at cricket.
Yeah.
Rugby, cricket and stuff like that. And football is like on a totally different level, isn't it?
It'd be immense, wouldn't it? The
Yeah.
response.
Yeah. And there'd be like bank holidays forever.
That's true.
Well, that's good. Mine would be the assassination of JFK to keep on the light side.
And what role would you play in that?
Well, I'm not. I'm
That's
just.
to stop him.
I'm just like I would be. No, I'm just like I imagine myself just being transported there, and I'm sort of watching. I just want to see if he was killed by one person or many. I'd like to know the mystery.
Due to a witness.
Yeah, I'll just be there. I'm not taking the role of Lee Harvey Oswald or anything.
But you wouldn't be able to tell anyone. You'd have to keep it all secret.
Yeah, but I'd know, wouldn't I? Yeah. I'd like to be on the
it
grassy
might
knoll.
eat you from the inside.
It could, the truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You won't be able to tell anyone. So
No.
yeah,
You
you don't
said the
want that.
moon landing. The moon landing would be a good one.
Yeah, but I know that's real. Unlike you two.
If you can tell people that it's real, then you've seen it with your eyes.
Yeah.
You can say, "Yeah, I was there."
Why can't I tell anyone about the JFK thing, and I can tell people about the moon?
Because either way, they'll think you're mad.
Okay,
So-
good. Okay, right, quickly. Would you rathers? We're going to do some would you rathers.
Yeah.
What's the
quickly.
rush? Come
Oh,
on. That's
come
like
on.
5 times you said quickly.
We're
Down
going to get
5
onto
minutes.
games. This is
Let's take our
madness.
time with these ones, Neil.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Let's think them over.
James, this is your first one. Don't pause too long. Would you rather have one real get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door?
Key that opens any door.
Yeah, good choice.
I won't really commit a
There
crime.
wasn't much thinking there, James.
Yeah, that's good. I think that's very good.
No. I tried to expand on it to stretch it out.
Okay, would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life?
Ooh. Rewind.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
Because I often do stuff impulsively. I know that's the wrong thing to do. So I'd like to rewind and go, actually, I'll do that instead.
Good.
But Doctor Strange, I can try all the different scenarios
Yeah.
and keep rewinding
Oh,
until I get it right.
that's a boring
What-
day. That's
What
a
would you
boring-
do if you were going to pause your life? What's the point
know.
in that?
That's just weird. Why
Hmm,
would you do that?
that's a really stupid question, Gareth.
It makes me a really good point in time. I think, wow, this is amazing. I'm going to stay.
Yeah. You could
But
be.
you must have paused it after it's happened.
Yeah.
So you
Let's
would have
rewind
missed
it first.
But you're not. You're not paused. You're not paused. You're not frozen. You're alive in that thing. The whole world is
Terrible
frozen.
question,
around you.
Gareth.
Get off, you two. Blimey.
Yeah.
The amount of
We'll
work
find
I
a new
have to do
host.
for these two. Would you rather be Batman or Spiderman?
Batman.
Why?
Because he's always got a moral code that I live by.
No
So I
guns.
want justice.
Right.
What's that? Beat the shit out of people.
Yeah. Vigilante.
Don't kill them.
No, don't. Just
Don't
break
kill
their
them.
legs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. Okay.
You know, you got to be cruel to be kind.
Yeah. All right. Good. I like
Can I just say something, actually? This just reminded me. I've been watching Titans.
that. Good.
Oh,
Are you proud of me for that?
very.
Yeah.
I have to say, it's bloody good.
It is, isn't it?
Very
Who's your favourite
really,
character?
Really, really good. I've only watched the first 3 episodes, and I've had to Google it during and after each episode to see who everybody is.
Ah,
I've only actually known who Robin was.
yeah.
The rest of them
Robin,
have
yes.
kind of passed me by. But now I know everything to do with all
Good.
superhero type
Look at
things.
Gareth now. He's in season 2 and he still has no idea.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's what Google's for. You ask them.
Neil, can I just say, since the podcast has begun, I think you've doubled your whole viewing
I know.
in the
Can we take
What
lifetime.
credit?
happens when people talk to me and they say, "Watch this,"
Yeah.
I go,
That sounds so sad when people talk to you.
"Yeah, it doesn't happen very often." I'm a bit of a loner. On my bike by myself, come home, sit at a laptop, put telly on, go to bed.
We're here for you.
Yeah.
We'll give you more recommendations.
Cheer.
Like Cheer.
Yeah, I'm not watching Cheer.
Right, here we go. Would you rather? Would you rather, Neil, go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren?
Future.
Oh.
Is that all right? Is that okay to say that?
You can say whatever you like. It's your would you rather. Yeah. Okay, next one. Would you rather go deep sea diving or bungee jumping?
I'd like to do both, but I don't like swimming in the sea because it's full of sharks. But if I could have like a big cage around me, deep sea diving, but I'd have to have like a big cage all the way around me at all points, no matter how deep I go. So
In another
I need some magic cage.
in another time and another bit of the podcast, remind me to do my deep sea diving story. It's horrible.
Can't you do it now?
No, it's a long one. I'll do it in a special. We do a deep sea diving special.
Is it another job you used to have?
It's a terrible story. Right, good news. Would you like the good news or bad news first?
I want your deep sea diving.
And another time,
story.
it's too long.
Oh, is this another question?
Yeah. Would you like your good news
Sorry.
or your bad news first?
I don't know. I'm not bothered.
If I
However
said
it comes.
If I said to you, I've got some good news and bad news, what would you say?
Yeah, I don't really care. I'm not bothered.
Pick one.
Yeah. Bad.
Good.
Yeah, good call.
Very
Good.
good.
And then cheer yourself up with the good news.
Yeah.
Maybe the other way around then.
Oh, well, you ever get brought back down?
Yeah, but then I can bring myself back up afterwards.
Oh, right, okay. Fair enough. No question.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Do what we want. Let's talk about games. Half an hour in. Let's talk about games. What have you been
What
playing?
games?
What are they?
Rugby.
Rugby.
playing rugby
Is that
this
you
week.
going to go first? Good. Let's do it.
Yeah, rugby 20.
What? Oh, yes. The beautiful game.
The biggest rugby title there is on the market at the moment. And it's pretty mediocre,
Right.
unfortunately.
Did you
I know,
expect anything different?
do you know what? I think I hoped, but I knew deep down it wouldn't be anything special. I think with the Rugby World Cup being on last year, I thought they might put a bit of extra effort into it. Try and capitalise on everyone's excitement. But there's just not enough to it. I mean, you've got online, which is like a single match-up, which I played against Gareth, actually, on that. It wasn't much fun, was it?
No.
They took out the main career mode
Yeah.
and merged it with an Ultimate Team game, which is just painstakingly slow because you have such a terrible team. And then the rest of it is just run off leagues, like the French League and the Irish Premiership. That's in there. But they've also let them get the licenses to most of the national teams. So I think they missed a trick there. It doesn't play very well either.
Am I right in saying it's from the same guys that did Rugby? There wasn't one last year, was there? It was Rugby 18 and Rugby 15, was it maybe? World Cup 15? Yeah, it must have been Rugby World Cup 15, because that's when it was, wasn't it?
It's Big Ben, I think.
Are this the same people, or are these different?
Yeah, they did the cricket games as well.
Oh, yeah.
And they always seem to lack a budget. I mean, it's not like a small sport, is it, rugby? But the
No.
budget for this
Yeah.
game doesn't seem up to standard. And it looks outdated as well, which doesn't help.
It's hard, isn't
I
it?
won't
Because
recommend it.
I was thinking about it. I'm thinking, how could you make it? It's almost how can you make rugby FIFA in that sense? That free flowing. How can you make the? Because you've got you pass left and right, don't you? Then you have the scrums,
Yeah.
and then you got to kind of do this weird little mini game, haven't you, in the scrums to get out of it, and then you're basically passing. But it's. I'm just thinking, how can you make? Is it maybe there's a get this game? It can't be. There's not a way to do it.
I think it's rugby itself, isn't it, that doesn't help.
I think you just said it yourself. You said it needs to be free flowing, and rugby isn't particularly
Right.
free flowing, is it? It is very stop start.
And very much so left, right. Did you get
Yeah.
through? No.
But the American
That's
football games, the Madden games and stuff like that, they really work. I'm not saying American football's like rugby, but they have their set plays and the way things, the tactics and everything, how they do it.
They've got set plays in this one,
Right.
but they're not quite as advanced,
Okay.
and it doesn't work very well. But they've tried to do something like that to keep it exciting, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But I don't know what more they can do apart from with the game modes.
Sorry, Neil. Was that your dog?
Sorry, that's gone bad.
All right, let's think about rugby then.
Big rugby fan. There's a massive rugby fan.
He's had enough.
Yeah, it's just going like, come on, James. I love this game. We're looking forward to this for a long time.
I didn't say it was awful. It's just average.
It is average, yeah. I think that's fair enough. Neil, what have you been having a look at this week?
I've played quite a bit actually. I played It Came From Space,
Yes.
and Ate Our Brains. Now I'm not sure if it's got the word remastered in the title or not. I don't think it has. Sometimes it has, sometimes it hasn't. So I'm just going to scrap the remastered bit.
Yeah.
It first came out 2015, I think it was, and it's been redone for that. It's a twin stick top-down shooter. You just work your way through different kind of levels, shooting aliens, and it's all right actually. It's not bad. It's very intense. There's no let up. There's maybe a level will take probably a good half an hour to play, and you might have a minute of silence in that. But basically, pink alien blobs come at you, and you have to kill them. That's it. You upgrade your weapons as you go, and you get to an alien egg at the end. Take that down, end of the level, on to the next.
And I did a let's play of it, didn't I? And
you did, yeah.
and I really enjoyed it much because I'm terrible at games like that. I mean, terrible at most games, but I like the way it looked, like a kind of neon city feel to it. Do the levels have different when you get later on? Because I only did the first stage, which you said was like it took me 50 minutes to get to the boss and stuff.
They're long levels, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I imagine it would be fun local. Is it local multiplayer as well? As
Local multiplayer. There's no online.
No,
which
okay,
is missing. It
Yeah.
really needs an online. But local multiplayer is there.
Online multiplayer would be great, wouldn't it? Because it'd be quite fun.
It would
wouldn't
be. Yeah, I know there's budgets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just a small little indie game, but online would have nailed it with that. But no, most of the levels they're pretty similar, to be honest. They're all very grey,
Right.
and then just lit up from your bullets being shot and the pink blobs exploding. That's pretty much the only colour that's in it.
Right.
But one level kind of looks like the next, if I'm totally honest.
Okay.
They've got different themes, but it's so grey.
Okay.
It's very difficult to tell the difference. There's a survival mode as well. That's a bit quicker.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a good 30-40 minutes to play.
Right.
Maybe 20 to get through all of the waves on one level.
Yeah.
But no, it's a decent, fun little game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be good local mate if you got local multiplayer. It'd be good to give that a go, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I played it local. It splits the screen 2, 3, 4. As it does. It's a bit strange after playing it lots by yourself, and you've got the whole screen. You can see a lot of the action. To then have somebody come in and split that screen down the middle, it takes a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Can't quite see everything coming.
It's just because it's chaos on the screen at some points, isn't it? So I can imagine that split screen. It's like, wow.
Yeah, I completed it a couple of nights ago
Yeah.
on the campaign, and I got through to the end of the final level. And you've got an alien egg there, which is the same as all the levels, and you have to destroy that at the very end. And this is just absolute madness. This last level, they're just coming at you from everywhere. You've got like 6 different weapons, and you probably need 3 of those completely powered up to be able to get through the final level. It's that mad.
Wow.
But good. It's good. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I think is it cheap? It's pretty cheap.
Yeah. It's
Not stupidly expensive anyway.
No.
for the price, if you've got some mates locally, then yeah, it's definitely worth having a go.
Good.
Pick it up.
I've been playing. I played a game called Mosaic, which came out on Friday. And you know I love strange, kind of weird, story-based games. I did a Let's Play.
Strange and weird.
Strange and weird. It's my thing. And I put a Let's Play of Mosaic up today, I think. This is Thursday. And Thursday, 30th of Jan. And it's brilliant. It's really unique. And it's a story of kind of like an office worker who wakes up every morning in his flat. He travels out to work and then has these kind of dreams about escape, really, and getting away from the city. And
going to work at a fish and chip shop.
Exactly, yeah. That's what his dreams are. But it's really hard to describe kind of what it is, because there's a whole point of it when it's like almost like a point and click. When he's in his apartment, you sort of brush your teeth for ages and nothing much happens. At the beginning, you could have a choice when you wake up and straighten your tie or doing your hair. Then you're out in your apartment, but then you have these little moments when you might look at something and then a magical world suddenly appears and then goes away again. At one point, he walks along and he looks at a butterfly, and then you're in charge of this butterfly while he's in the background walking along. And then you have a kind of puzzle section, which is his job, when you're having to kind of like joining all these like nodes together in a puzzle to finish your day's work. It's so hard to describe. Thank God I'm not reviewing it. But it's really brilliant. Really brilliant. And that came out, I don't know how much that was. It's worth it. Have a look at the Let's Play. You'll get a really clear idea. But what's really amazing about it, so we all like our achievements here, don't we, the three of us? James more than us two.
Certainly.
Yeah, but I
don't mind an achievement or two.
When there's a great thing, and you're like this, you two, because you're a fan of another game. So you have a mobile phone, and you switch on your phone, and you've got your messages, and it goes, do you want, and there's a game called Blip Blop, I think.
I heard about this.
And you get Blip Blop, and all Blip Blop is you press a key. You know, like your tapping game we were talking about. What's it game? The clicker game.
Clicker Heroes.
And that is all the achievements for the game. So it's like click 50 times, click 100 times, click 1,000 times, click 1,000,000 times, get to level 1 and get to level 2, which I think
that's an instant purchase then.
But it's a sort of comment on those kind of games, isn't it? It's a comment on mobile, games, and they've made the whole achievement list, which I thought was really, really quite clever.
So, how quickly do you get access to this game?
Instantly.
In game. Instantly.
You wake up. The first thing you do is wake up, and then your alarm on your phone goes up, and you've got your phone in your hand. Yeah.
Right. So what you're basically saying, for people that are only bothered about achievements and game score, like James, you could buy this game, and not actually play it and get
just do that. Just do that. Score. 1 million. You got to get 1 million clicks at one point.
Super.
I bet he could do that in an hour.
I'm doing it right now.
But it'll be a shame because it's an amazing game. It's an amazing game to play through. So
that's a good idea, though.
Yeah, it's really good. That's really good. Have you got another one, James? You don't have to have one.
I picked up an old game in the sale this week. Cell Damage HD.
Oh, yes.
It's only like £2.
Right.
It's basically like Wacky Races.
Okay.
Where you like drive around, beat other cars up, and race as well. And I realised why it was so cheap. There's not much to it at all. There's only like a couple of game modes, a couple of characters, and there's not even like a career mode or anything.
Right.
It's just local multiplayer, which is a real shame.
Yeah.
Because it's basically a remaster of the old Cell Damage. I think it was on PlayStation, the original. But yeah, they haven't been put online multiplayer in it, which is dying out for. If it had a bit of multiplayer online, it could be quite popular, you know.
Okay.
But
is it the worst £2 you spent?
No, I spent a lot of bad £2. It's fun to beat up a few cars. You know, cause a bit of damage in that, but it won't last you very long.
Is it like, what is it? Is it like a top-down racer type thing, or is it like a...
It's a bit behind the car racing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Fine.
you can shoot at cars. Like Blur, but not as good.
Okay. That's a quote. Xbox Hub.
Yeah,
Get on their next trailer when they remaster it. Oh, they've already remastered it. It's an HD version, is it not?
it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Cell Damage HD remastered 4K
Re-release.
or 8K re-release in 2022. And then it'd be your quote on the trailer.
It's like Blur, but not as good.
You can have it. You can have that quote.
5 stars.
I don't know what vote is. You can keep it.
I can see me getting an email tomorrow. Do you mind if we use James's quote in our marketing? Oh, fill your boots.
What else for you, Neil?
I've also played the most hilarious game I've probably ever played in Journey to the Savage Planet. Amazing. Our review's up on site. It's live. Paul, one of the other guys, he wrote it, and I played a bit of online co-op with him. But you are a spaceman who crashes on a planet, and you have to go and investigate, see what's going on. And it is absolutely hilarious from first minute to the last minute. It's brilliant. The writing's superb. The kind of video cutscenes that you get in there are amazing. You will sit there and laugh at them. You'll watch them again and again and again, still laughing at them. Brilliant game.
And is it third person or first person?
It's a first person game.
Right.
You walk around. You've got a pistol in one hand, and you've got like a scanner in another, and you can kind of scan. Oh no, the scanner's on your helmet, and you scan stuff, and it tells you just weird things about it. So you'll scan an alien, it'll tell you about that alien. You'll scan a plant, it'll tell you about the plant, and like different tombs and stuff like that you find. Almost
a bit like No Man's Sky, a little bit, but less serious.
I guess so, but there's nothing serious about this game at all. I mean, nothing serious about it. From the second you switch it on, it's just hilarious. But it's really, really good as well. There's loads of content. It works like as a Metroidvania type thing, so you're constantly going out, getting what you need to do, then going back to your ship, learning some more stuff, going out again to find more stuff, and that opens up more pathways. But yeah, brilliant. Looks amazing as well.
And it's half price, is it $24.99 around that price, is it? Or have I made that?
Yeah, you say it's half price. That's not half price. That's like it's full price, but it's
half price of a normal
25 quid.
A big game, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a 50 quid game.
And is it quite long? Was it? How long?
Yeah. It's fairly lengthy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to get double-figure hours out of this, definitely, easily. And then if you go into the online co-op as well, you can easily double or triple that, I suppose, when you're kind of just messing around. But there's stuff to hunt down and find as well. And I know Paul put in his review that there's these things that you have to pick up called orange goo, and that's how you kind of level up.
Right.
Level up your health and your stamina and stuff. And there's 100 of those scattered around this world.
Right.
And he completed the game for his review, and he'd only found 30 of them, I think, 36 of them.
Oh, God. I bet you would love that. You and James hunt those
bloody. It's not quite all collecting from Crackdown days, but it's not far off of that at all. So it's good.
I really want to play that. Actually. Yeah. Do you know what? I hate crafting. Is it fun crafting? I'm bored of crafting.
It's basically go out, find whatever you're told to find, go back to the ship. They'll say, "Oh, we've crafted this for you. Would you like it?"
Oh, that's good.
I'll have that now. Yeah, so you're not sitting there.
Oh, I hate that. Because I review many games, I end up just crafting around a campfire for years. It's a health pack, but it does look. I think I might get that.
Oh, one brilliant bit actually. When you die, and you'll die, there's some big old aliens out there. You respawn back at your ship, and they'll put a marker on for where you died, so you can go back to get all your gear that you lost.
Right.
You go back and you get that, and then you can bury your old body. It's brilliant. And I was playing it with Paul. He died, so I started burying him.
Oh, great! Okay, good. Good. I think January's been pretty good for games. I've really enjoyed what I've played so far. I've played some really good little indie games. I know you haven't.
We've sat here on this podcast and said multiple times, "Oh, what are we looking forward to?" Don't know, nothing really. It's all a bit quiet.
Yeah.
And there's tons of good stuff coming out.
Yeah, it's really good.
There really is some good stuff. The problem is a lot of it just kind of shows up like a week or two in advance.
Yeah.
The
last game I'm going to chat about is I'm playing a game called Football Tactics and Glory, and I think I'll get the review out tomorrow, I'll finish it tomorrow, and then it's good. It's really good. It's a kind of football sim game, so it has almost a football manager type feel to it, but you play as well. You can play the football games. You can sim the games if you want to. Just play it completely as a football game. But you play the game, and the way the football game is played, it's almost like a chess game, like a turn based. You have 3 turns to get the ball. So say you had an attacker, he might have a certain point value. Say you might have 12, and that defender has got a point value of 18. You're going to only get a small percentage chance of shooting that goal with him blocking it. That's me saying it really basically. So it's about you working out stuff. So actually that bit is, when you get into it and get used to it, is really quite good. And you can have all special powers to use and stuff. And it's a big old game. You know, you start from the bottom of the amateur league, but nothing's licensed. So there's no point having Man U or Liverpool or Southampton. You won't have anyone. You have Gareth Briley playing for Liverpool or something. You know, so
I like the way you put Man United, Liverpool, or Southampton. It's like we're kind of like a big team. I like that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And so, but it's good. I mean, the only thing is, I think I'm going to say this. The thing is, I think it's a really good game to have on your phone or on the Switch, because I think it's great to kind of pick up. The only problem is the console bit. It's something about it. I think it's the kind of like, I can imagine sort of like having it on a Switch or my phone and then I'll do a bit of that on the journey somewhere on a train. You know what I mean? For about 20 minutes or so, and then you're kind of like, you can go after it. It's something that doesn't quite work for me on the console. Don't know why that is. I'll explain it a bit more in the review, hopefully. But it's something, I mean, it's huge as well. Huge. Because you'll just be playing it for, a long time. But that's good.
So what's the main focus? We spoke about this game before on the podcast, didn't we? Is it football, the tactics, or the glory? Which is the main focus?
Tactics.
Oh.
I've won a couple of cups.
Is football like the last thing to worry about in this game?
No, I mean it's a different way of playing football. It's there. You have kind of like, it's all about you dealing with kind of transfers and contracts and upgrading players and everything else. But tactics is the big thing. It's all about tactics. It's all about buying the right coach, getting the right transfers in, getting the right position. It's about managing your team, working out the best way of doing it. A bit of glory as well. I've won a couple of leagues. Done all right. Yeah.
Must be easy if you've won them.
Oi.
Yes, you said it.
All right, let's move on from games after that. Anything caught your eyes in the news? Anything you've seen? What's happened? What's happened last week? We've had the
birthday.
Your birthday. So we had Games for Gold and Neil's birthday. So let's talk about.
That was the biggest news. Was the birthday.
So Neil, happy birthday from all of us on the podcast.
Thanks.
Birthday.
Yeah. How old are you now?
I had to think about this, but I am 44.
Oh,
Youngster.
I thought I was 43, but I'm not. I was 43. I'm now 44.
When you lose track, you know you're getting old, don't you?
I know.
You just don't care, do you? You just go on every year.
Yeah.
Youngster.
You're dead soon. Don't worry.
Nice.
Well, I don't know why you're laughing, Gareth.
Oh, I know. I'm just
You're
there.
closer to that than me.
I know. I was thinking about we're looking at where I live. I can see the Millennium Dome, and I was thinking, I remember that opening 20 years ago, and then I suddenly went, in 20 years' time, I'll be nearly 70. Gee, wow! And it seemed like yesterday. That scared me. That was terrible. I'll still be trying to do FIFA, trying to get out of Division 8. Oh,
I'm ready to trying.
Yeah. Anything? So Neil's happy birthday, which is good. What about Games for Gold? I'm not really seeing. What have they said there? releasing this month, February.
Wasn't one game called is it Chichiru? I can't pronounce it.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, you played that, didn't you, Gareth?
I did. I think it's the one. Yeah, I did. A couple of summers ago.
Yeah,
it's really good. That's really worth having a go.
And then there was a TT game as well.
TT Honor Man, yeah.
Anyone played that?
No, but if you like motorbikes, you'd like it.
You know what? I've never played
That's
a motorbike
about all I
game.
know.
I think I might give that a go.
I think that's good choices this month because a lot of people want to play them. But the kind of games that should be in Games with Gold. Games that are decent, but you only know about it if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah. There's no point in putting, I don't know. There's no point in putting that in there, is there? Because one, everybody's bought it.
Exactly.
And two, if you haven't bought it, you know all about it anyway, and you probably don't like it. But yeah, so these games, they're definitely not niche, are they? But
less fanfare.
Yeah.
I think it's the first month where I thought, actually, I download both of them.
Yeah.
And give them a go. Because usually I've either got them or they're just games that are so old that everyone's been there and done that.
I was just going to say about the Xbox 360 ones. I can't remember what they were now. But
there's Star Wars Battlefront in there, I think, isn't it?
That was an OG Xbox game.
And Fable?
It? Oh, Fable Heroes, yeah.
You haven't played that either.
Yeah, but then it depends whether you want to go back. If you really want to go back, personally,
I never go
20
back.
years for the OG Xbox stuff, do you? Yeah, never go back.
Never go back.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
No.
That's good.
Not bad.
Not bad.
The PlayStation ones were quite good, though.
What's for PlayStation?
BioShock, the whole collection.
That's very good. Yeah.
And Firewall.
Oh, that's
a shooting game.
The VR one?
Yeah, you got a VR, though.
It's a big one for VR, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite popular, isn't it? From what we hear.
And have they got a Sims game as well on there? Sims
4.
4.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I have to say that's quite good because that's bloody expensive.
Yeah.
Especially when you include all the expansion packs as well that are just as expensive as the game. So having the base game for that, I'm guessing it's the base game, is it? What's it called? PlayStation. What's it called?
4?
No, I know what the name of the console is. What's the games we called?
PlayStation Plus.
On that PlayStation
4? Oh yes, that's the one. That rings a bell. Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah. I can't remember what I was saying now. So
PlayStation Plus. That's what it's called, isn't it? Is that right, James?
Yeah, PlayStation Plus.
Games of Gold, PlayStation Plus, and Google Stadia.
Oh, what's that?
Pro Founders stuff.
Have you still got that?
Yeah. I still got me Stadia.
Yeah. What's the games? What's coming out?
February we are getting. I like the way I'm saying we, because there are more than me just using Google Stadia.
Yeah.
We're getting Metro Exodus. Stop laughing because that's a damn good game.
That's a really good game. Yeah.
And Guilt, which is a Stadia exclusive game. I think it's one of 2 Stadia exclusive games. I've wanted to play that for a while actually.
Yeah.
I nearly bought Guilt.
So Guilt. So when did Guilt's free now? Then is it?
I think they're both free from the 1st of Feb, so a couple of days. Yeah.
And Guilt was only out. When did the Stadia come out? In November or something?
November was it? Start of November. Yeah.
Okay.
It came as a launch title on there. But yeah, it's slow going with Stadia. They're promising much. They're promising 120 new games this year,
right?
Which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
And then they said something about 10 in the first half. I thought, what do you mean first half? 10 games in the first half? But I've got a feeling they're meaning 10 exclusive games in the first half of the year.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But when you first got involved with Stadia, you had to be on the Pro Founders Edition stuff, and that lasted for 3 months for free. And that's just about to run out, and so people are going to have the choice of go over to Stadia Base, which means you don't get any free games and you have to buy your games.
Right.
or stick on the Founders, the Pro. I keep saying Founders. Stick on the Pro. What do we call it? The format type thing. Pay whatever it is a month, £10 a month maybe, and then carry on getting a few free games every month. So when the library is so small, to me it makes sense to do that. But I don't know. But then a lot of the games I've played on Xbox already, so
Yeah.
that's the downside to it.
I don't.
Playing catch up, isn't it?
It's hard, isn't it? It's a hard thing to try to sell, isn't it? Especially in the next year. It's a tricky thing.
They need to speed it up.
Yeah.
It's been 3 months and just nothing's happened for 3 months.
And when those new consoles, I mean, PlayStation looks like the rumour is they're going to announce in February, and it's just going to hot up. That's going to be all about them, isn't it, for the next 6 months? So it's going to be tricky, isn't it? They've got to get on it.
I've said it before, though. If anybody can push it, it's Google that can push it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you look at the size of them, really.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it's quite exciting that you've got Google, Microsoft, and Sony all there. Well, I suppose we've got Nintendo as well, but they're taking a completely different route to
They
everything.
do the wrong thing, don't they?
Yeah.
They do, yeah, and it works for them. Let them get on with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But in a way, Stadia is a completely different route as well because you haven't got the console. You buy a game and you're playing it literally 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
And that is a massive appeal.
Good. The only thing I've got to report, because it's not been a huge news time, but there was a little trailer today if you get to it, because there's a game I'm really looking forward to, and it links to my alternate job with being a pilot. There's a little kind of clip of Microsoft's Flight Simulator that's coming out this year, and it'll be free on Game Pass, and it'll be on Xbox One X, Series X. It'll be on both of those things. It looks good. Have a look at the little 60-second little bits of just seeing a kind of, I think it's an area in America and an area in Africa. My God, it looks pretty. It looks
Visually, it's
amazing.
stunning, isn't it?
Oh my God!
I don't think there's anything better.
I think it's one of my highlights of the games now. Think about it. Just to go and just travel around.
Yeah, it looked amazing at E3, didn't it?
Yeah.
But as soon as you got showed on the screen, I think you and me were the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I hope this comes to the Xbox One as well. You're never sure whether it's just PC, but it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
I don't even like flying games, but I'm well excited for that one.
Do you think it'd be amazing then?
Well, it's going to look great.
There's no debating that's going to look
Yeah,
great.
I mean,
no debating at all.
It was always a problem of just trying to get the plane off the ground. I always had trouble with.
This is what I'm going to say.
and
yes.
landed it.
It's gonna be difficult.
The bit in between is fine.
For pilots and for people that like a bit of aviation and stuff like that, it will be a dream game, won't it?
Yeah.
But for a normal, everyday, casual gamer,
But I review for us a lot of sim games tonight for my sins, and the whole thing about sim games is you have these little sort of mini campaigns of going, you have to do this, this is your next quest. If you had a kind of good little kind of quest line like that, and you've got those visuals, it would make I've played a train game when I've had to go drive a train for ages, literally an hour, going from London to Reading, and just looking out the window and stopping. If you've got those visuals and it's something very calming, that's something that could be.
What are you going to be looking at when you're 60-odd thousand foot up?
I'll be looking at my panel of instruments, and I'll be looking forward to
the clouds.
And I'll be looking forward to my meal.
You don't get a meal, you're flying.
I do. I get the nuts. I get a little bag of nuts.
I don't want
You
to
have nuts.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Friends anymore.
Oh really? All right.
What?
Your allergies. I'm sure. I'm sure you have nuts on planes.
I went on.
You're allowed.
Now you said it makes complete and utter sense.
Yeah, because just one little bit of nut in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Well, I went on day last year and I had a packet of nuts.
Well, hopefully Microsoft Simulator will deal with these problems, these pressing issues.
Yeah, hopefully. You have to check the The cabin for nuts first.
I hope
Go
it's...
ring walking if you want the nuts.
Do you reckon you're going to have like a bit? When I do the train games, the train simulator games, literally I spend 45 minutes literally checking all the instruments before I can even start it.
Oh, it definitely has that.
Yeah.
It has to.
Okay. It'd be great if you could do it.
Your streams will be at least 2 hours long.
Wouldn't it be great if we could do it together? If it was co-op.
Co-pilot. Great. I would like to be a co-pilot.
Oh, sorry, not as in flying two different planes at the same time.
No, we're in the same cockpit.
Okay.
It's like airplane.
Can you get like the chief hostess as well? Can you have one of those people on? Somebody walking down the plane.
Maybe me and you fly, Neil, and Rusty could be the hostess.
He can't walk though. He's got a bad leg.
That's true.
He'll still be moaning about that when this game comes out.
Did you say I'm the hostess? Have I got all the host? But I was on my own flying this plane. Now I've been demoted.
We've binned you off already.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we know what's going to happen.
That's terrible. Right now,
safe flight.
We're going to do one last thing before we go. Last time we had a little debate about writing last week. We got a nice little comment on the YouTube about that. Someone said about a game that they said. We talked about narratives and writing, which was the best one, and I think someone talked about a game called. I'm trying to look at the quote here. Just talk amongst yourself in a nice way. I think
tell us more.
Xenogears. He said that was his best one. Have you ever played Xenogears? You even know what it is? Neil, you won't know what it is. James?
I've heard of it.
I've never played it. He said that's the best. World building and writing.
Oh, I'll take your word for it. I'm going to get it.
Mass Effect is the only one that's got near to it. So thank you very much.
Who was that said this?
It's this guy called Innate on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, left a comment.
On the YouTubes.
Yeah, he was very nice to get joined in. And so we're going to just have a conversation for the next 5 minutes or so about our worst games we've played on this generation of consoles. So on the Xbox One.
Can I go first?
Yeah, you can go first. Yeah.
You can go first, second, and third, James. I know you've played a load.
I have, but there's only one that stands out way ahead of the rest, and that's horse racing, 2016.
Good.
I don't know anything I can say that's good about it. It looks horrendous. These poor horses are half dead by mid-race. It's cruel. It's pure cruelty. And it's just button mashing for the sake of button mashing. It's just a really bad racing game. I think it was £24 when it came out.
Wow.
Which it was massively overpriced for a game that lasts about an hour and a half.
That's manic, isn't it, really?
It is. We just run the horse in a straight line. It's painful.
But they know, we talk about this with the others, but they know, don't they, just having the name horse racing, it's going to get people to buy it.
Yeah, because there's not many games out there that have any horse racing in it.
No.
So if someone's desperate and they don't know what they're doing, they'll pick it up.
Yeah.
But it's so bad.
Do you comb your horses and take care of them?
That would be better. I'd enjoy that more. A bit of grooming. I enjoy horse grooming.
Okay, good.
The thing that worries me about that, right, is you say it's 20. What was it? 24, 25 quid. You say
24 quid. Yeah.
When they're making that, I don't know the developers who created it.
Yeah.
So
I do.
What, you know them personally?
No, I know the name.
Who is it? Come on,
Yeah.
Can we call them out?
Yash Future Tech Solutions.
Right. Okay. So when they were making this game, they must have known it was going to be shit, because I've seen it being played, and I don't know, anybody that's got a pair of eyes can tell that it's rubbish. Yeah. So why the hell have they then also, first of all, why have they put it out and released it? And secondly, why have they put a £25 price tag on it? £25, you can be playing Journey to the Savage Planet.
But as I said, I think they know they're going to get people to pick up on the name itself. And there's a few of these games.
So you're saying it's greed?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
It's agreed on their parts.
it's
completely.
very different to that making a game which doesn't work and it's very buggy, even some of the AAAs, and they've got a publisher going, we've just got to get it out there, just got to get it out there, because it's been planned on that time. Or like we've had indie games that just haven't worked, haven't they? Or just don't work. But I think those developers really wanted to make that work and they believed in it. I think some of these games just don't. I don't know if they believe. They know it's a name that's going to sell. Like James said, there isn't any horse racing games.
No.
So they've got a big boss at the top of them just saying, get this out. I don't care what it is. We're selling it. See you later. Yeah?
I think so.
Basically.
Yeah. We don't know for certain, but I think there is a...
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, the horse racing that they have inside the arcades?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's more enjoyable, watching them move.
That's a good game, though. Yeah.
That's where you put your 10p on and then it's always purple or orange that win.
Exactly, yeah.
Never white because he's like 30 to 1.
Whereas this game, it's anyone but you that wins. Because you run out of stamina halfway. And do you know how you get your stamina back?
How?
You've got to stand the horse still.
What, in the middle of the race?
Yes.
We often see that at the Grand National.
It's very
Horses having a
realistic
rest.
as well then.
Yeah. Did you see why I didn't enjoy it? I think it's the lowest review score I've ever given as well for that one. So I reviewed
I
it.
think it's the lowest review score as a site in
Yeah. I couldn't give it
7
half
years
star.
we've ever given a game. Yeah.
I only get a half star because I couldn't give it no stars.
Wow.
We didn't have no stars back then.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
and to be fair, a no star should be a game that doesn't work.
Yeah, it
And-
worked. It's just not fit for purpose.
Yeah, I very nearly gave a game a 0 once years and years ago, but credit to the developer. I contacted him and said, look, this is a bit crap.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, we know, we're pulling it now. And he pulled it off the marketplace there and then.
Wow.
It was a good 3 or 4 months down the line. Completely redid it. Half decent game. I won't say what it was. It's not fair on them. Because
No, exactly.
Yeah,
they pulled it straight away as soon as we said it was shit.
Yeah.
But that basically didn't work.
Right.
So, yeah.
What's your game, Neil?
I would say Tango Fiesta,
What is that?
which came out in 2017. But I believe it's a game that I broke at EGX in 2016.
Right.
I remember playing it and with my son, and we were playing it, and it it just broke at the show, and the devs were there, and they had to switch it off, and they couldn't have it showing any longer because it just filled the whole screen with loads of little people, and you couldn't do anything. But basically, it's like a twin stick shooter type thing, like a top down-ish type of one.
Right.
You just go around killing enemies. But it was so full of bugs and glitches and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Crappy graphics. Too easy. There was no test in it.
Right.
But yeah, it was just rubbish, really.
Oh. There's something sad about it. It sounds like it's Sam in that situation. Were they were there.
In this one,
yeah.
It was sad. Like I say, they swiftly took it down and said, "Oh, I don't know what's happened here." At the show,
yeah,
and then months later they released it, and it was still a bit rubbish. But you could tell at the time that they wanted it to be good.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have the skills. I don't.
Or them putting the budget to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. But then that wasn't 25 quid.
No, exactly. Yeah.
It was much cheaper. Can't remember exactly what it was, but it was definitely less than a tenner.
Yeah.
So,
my one is going to be. I have a toss up here. I've got a toss up. It's it's got to be the airport firefighter sim game. I've reviewed an airport sim game, and I've reviewed airport firefighter sim game, which are very similar.
But surely the firefighting one has got extra things in, so
yeah,
that makes it better.
Absolutely. No, it doesn't. I mean, it's hilarious, but it's you turn up for work in this weird kind of like empty fire station, and you go on your training mission, which is to drive. You basically drive the fire engine around, and then there's fires, There's fires that happen constantly in this airport. I mean, I don't know how this airport's still going because there's so many fires. There's no passengers. There's just planes on fire, bins on fire constantly, and you go out and you put them out. It's horrible because it has no sense of anything being alive in that place. Occasionally, you'll get a person walk by you in your bunks in the fireplace, and then you gotta go, okay, and then you sleep. You never go. You do a 24-hour shift, and then you start again. It's like purgatory. It's like some kind of hell. So that's the airport fire. So that's one of my worst games I've done.
I think I remember watching you stream that.
Oh,
and it's quite eerie.
It's really
to watch it. There's no one about, was there?
No, just planes on
That's
fire.
right.
You don't even see the planes come in. I think you might see them go off, but you see them. You just see them suddenly go. There's a plane on airport runway number 4.
On fire.
On fire again.
Dave again.
Well, that's why there's nobody at this airport.
What a mad thing! What a mad thing to do. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do a game about airport firefighters. And you're thinking, well, surely there can't be that many fires. Yeah, no. But if you were dealing with sort of like, I think I said it in the review, if you were dealing with things like budgets and training and things like that, or how to deal with the airport and its fire systems and all that stuff, which they probably do themselves, that might be a way of doing it. But no, you're just waiting for you're not waiting that long. Every 2 minutes there's a fire. And my other one, I'm going to just do because we're running out of time here. We're running out of time. Is the
You've been saying that for the last hour.
I know we've definitely run out of time now. Is what speedboat game I played? Can you remember what it's called, Neil? Speedboat.
I know exactly what that was called. Speedboat Challenge. Yes,
Speedboat.
this game is etched into my mind forever.
Speedboat Challenge is a game I think,
and I didn't even play it.
That didn't even come. It didn't even come to the UK. It's a North American release. I think we reviewed. Maybe it did, and you basically drive speedboats around. So it's like like in any other game, you'll get a speedboat section in the game, and you'll race the speedboat. That's what you do. You race speedboats. Right? The whole game is based around it, but it's meant to be like a sim game. But the only thing about doing the speedboat is you just go up and you accelerate and you decelerate. That's it. So there isn't much more of a sim thing to it. And then the boats go so slow, it's ridiculous because the frame rate.
It's not much of a speedboat, is it?
No, it doesn't feel like you're slow. But then they suddenly do. You got to go around these maps on this kind of like career mode, and then they suddenly go to do the Jurassic level, and you're going, what the bloody hell's the Jurassic? And the Jurassic level is set in Jurassic times, but you're going around speedboats. But to make it a Jurassic level, there's a little island that you go around in the middle, and there's a T-Rex in the middle of it, and it's. But it's not moving, I don't think. It's just sort of looking at you as you go past. Like trapped.
Is he the only dinosaur? No other dinosaurs, just one T-Rex?
No, one T-Rex. That's the Jurassic area.
Shit, we need a dinosaur. What one should we have? Oh, you got to stick a T-Rex
Get a
in there.
T-Rex.
Okay, here it comes.
I mean, I don't know how he's surviving on that island on his own. He's not eating much. He's at everything that's on there. He's trapped.
Maybe he's eating speedboat drivers, pilots, riders. What are they called? Captains. I don't know.
I don't know.
Whoever drives a speedboat.
Please let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the YouTubes.
Have you got any more games before we have to go? Any more?
Oh, there's been many crap ones. I haven't played them, but I kind of know more about them because they're rubbish than they are good. You've got things like Police Chase, which came out last year, which wasn't anything to do with chasing by police. Friday the 13th was bad when that first came out.
Yeah, it's been patched on it since.
Fixed it up nicely, thankfully. But when that first released, that was a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
We've got a list, haven't we? Perfect Woman.
Perfect Woman, yes.
I don't understand that
No.
at all. If you want to know more about Perfect Woman, go to TheXboxHub.com, search for Perfect Woman, and you'll find your Perfect Woman review on there.
And we've got a list, haven't we, on the site with the worst games.
Yeah,
for the
we'll
last
link them into the.
Yeah, great.
To the
stick it on the podcast links and have a look and have a laugh and
it's a lot.
save yourself some money.
See,
and Yeah.
If you've got, again, we asked if any comments. Always go onto the YouTube channel, go on to Twitter, which we'll give those at the end. But just if you've got a worst game you want to kind of share with us and why that might be, please do. We always like to hear from people.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's good. Right, before we go, what are we looking forward to next week? Neil, what have you got? What's coming out?
There's just one game.
There is, isn't there?
Zombie Army 4 Dead War.
It does look good.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yes.
Me and you played this, didn't we, at some kind of thing? And I can't remember what it's called.
Well, you used the word play.
Hey, I was good.
Yeah, we had a controller in hand. At what show was it?
EGX?
Well done.
Yeah, very
you
good.
got it right again. Yeah. But I loved Zombie Army Trilogy. I loved Strange Brigade. I loved Sniper Elite. I pretty much love everything that Rebellion do.
Yeah.
So this is going to be amazing.
When's it out? Is it out next week?
4th of February. Excuse
Okay.
me, 4th of February. Yes.
Okay.
So next week.
Well, I think I have to go.
And I think it would probably be cheapish as well. I don't think
okay.
it's going to be 50, 60 quid. I
Right.
might be wrong. Perhaps it is. Even if it is, still buy it. It's going to be that good.
Neil killed me. He put a fan on when we were playing co-op together, and the fan went off, and I got sucked into it and died. He said it was a mistake. I don't believe him.
I mean, you should be watching where you were standing.
I only did that. Because the developer whispered in my ear, "Shoot the fan." And by the time I'd realised what the hell he was talking about, you were stood in front of the said fan. And so there's not a lot I could do about it, really.
Yeah.
Because it took me 10 seconds to realise what was going on. That's how you handle death.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah, that's going to be amazing. Other than that, though,
It's really quiet, isn't it? So I think we're going to leave it there, of course, at this point. James, where can we find you on Twitter?
You can find me at OKidUKO on Twitter and Instagram.
Neil, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Neil363, or we've got all the site stuff. The Xbox Hub on Twitter, the Xbox Hub on Facebook, the Xbox Hub on Instagram, the Xbox Hub on YouTube.
Good.
Not on Snapchat, as we said before. We don't understand it at all.
Right.
But yeah, just search for the Xbox Hub, and one of us will pick it up. And like Gareth said earlier, if you want to let us know about your worst games or anything really, just give us a shout.
Give us a shout for next week. That'd be great. Thank you very much, James. And thank you very much, Neil. Thank you both for being great. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the official podcast of TheXboxHub.com. You'll be able to find all the notes of this show at www.TheXboxHub.com/podcast. You can also check out our social feeds on Instagram and Twitter at The Xbox Hub, and search for The Xbox Hub on Facebook.